Two teams built this spacecraft, two teams that did everything right. They just never agreed on one thing: what their numbers meant. Somewhere in the handoff between them is a number off by 4.45. You're about to find it. First, the record. No one died. This was an unmanned spacecraft lost 100 million miles from anyone. What it cost was $327 million and a season of Martian weather science we never got to read. We begin here because every drawing in this catalog begins with what it cost. Now the mission, as designed, working. Launched December 11, 1998, 638 kilograms of spacecraft on a 9-month cruise to Mars to map its weather and its water from orbit. For most of a year, it flew almost perfectly. To stay pointed, it had to keep its spin wheels from saturating, so small thrusters fired to bleed off momentum, desaturation events. Hundreds of them across the cruise, each one a tiny recorded push. The ground team used those pushes to know exactly where the spacecraft was. If you'd rather understand why things break than watch them break, subscribe. A new drawing is filed here every week. Now, the flaw, and this one isn't in the metal, it's in the handoff. Here is the flaw, exactly where the record left it. Two software systems met at one interface. The ground program, built by Lockheed Martin, wrote each thruster impulse in pound-force seconds. The navigation program at JPL read those same numbers as Newton seconds. A pound force is not a Newton. 1 pound-force second equals 4.45 Newton seconds, so every impulse the navigators trusted was 4.45 times too small. The same handoff every single time, quietly undercounting the push. Watch the data path. One small error is nothing, but the navigators summed every push to learn the trajectory, and the same 4.45 bias rode along on all of them, adding up month after month into a real and growing gap between where they thought it was and where it truly was. By the time Mars filled the windows, the true path ran far below the plan. The orbit was meant to skim 226 kilometers above the surface. Nothing below about 80 could survive. The corrected numbers put the real approach at 57. September 23, 1999. The insertion burn began. The spacecraft passed behind Mars on schedule. Here is the line the engineers could not see. You can. It never came out the other side. Not because the engineering was weak, because two correct systems disagreed about what one number meant, and the gap they left open was just wide enough to fly a spacecraft into the ground. The Mishap Investigation Board reported in November. The root cause was 2 words long, a units error. But the board went further. The real failure was that no one checked the handoff. The discrepancy had been visible for months, and the process never forced anyone to stop and ask why. And here is why your missions hold now. Units are mandated and verified across the software. Interface control documents are treated as contracts. Both sides must prove they obey. And an independent navigation team checks the trajectory in parallel. So a number that drifts is a reason to stop, not a nuisance to wave through. Failure mode, unit mismatch. Nothing breaks without a reason. Now you know this one. Drawing filed. Like and subscribe to support the channel.